Hello guys, hello everyone, and welcome again to my channel. This is your girl Councilor B, Blessing Inspires and Woman on Fire. We are here again today to support each other, share information that would help us grow as we go about our daily lives. And here we talk about different things, health, life, lifestyle in general, things that will just help us spur in our different areas of life. So if you are new to this page, I say a very big welcome to you. You are very much welcome, and I can assure you would love it here. If you're my returning subscriber, hello, hi, Team B. Welcome again to this channel. It's always a pleasure to be here and to be talking to us all today. So we are here again today to continue with the last video that I shared sometime last week. I was able to share that video or do that video because a lot of people were asking so many questions around the new healthcare visa for healthcare assistants to work in the UK. That's basically a new program which is out at the moment, and with the news about that, everyone was so excited, wanting to know what it's all about, how it works, and what they could do. So if you've not watched that last video, it's quite important that you watch that video in order to understand what we'll be talking about today. I will pin the link in the comment section, so do well to look at the comment section and watch the video if you haven't done so yet. So from the title of this video today, I'm sure some of you understand what we'll be talking about. A lot of people have, been asking, BB, are you able to do a video to tell us how to go about putting our documents together? What do we do? Where do we even start from? So that's why I'm doing this video today, basically. In the last video, equally, I was able to share the documents that, if you're really interested to follow this program, this new route, the healthcare assistant route to work in the UK as a healthcare assistant, then, you need this set amount of documents. So I'm going to be breaking down those documents today, and giving a little bit more detail about them. A lot of people have been asking about the care certificate, what it's all about, how they can do it. So I will do a breakdown of that today in this video as well. So I hope everybody can see me clearly, because I'm actually doing this over Zoom. Of course, to share on YouTube, but because I did that in a slide PowerPoint presentation, because I wanted to do that as a slideshow. So I'm actually recording over Zoom, but I hope everybody can see me clearly. So I'm actually going to switch this now. I'll switch this now to share my screen, and then we'll carry on with the video of today. So just bear with me while I share my screen, then I will go to slideshow. And there we are. Okay, so yes, Councilor B's multivisional space. It's a new thing. Some of you might have seen it around, and this is going live in February. So you need to stay glued to, all the social media pages. We'll talk about that at the end. So today, like I said, we're going to be looking at the breakdown of all the documents needed for the UK Health and Care Visa for healthcare assistance. Before we even go into what documents you will need, I thought it was important to say a little bit about healthcare assistants, what their role are, or what the role of a healthcare assistant is, because people equally, a lot of people are saying, oh, what do healthcare assistants do? If I follow this program and I'm in the UK, what would I do? What will my role be? So I said, okay, I'm going to do or say a little bit about this. So basically, healthcare assistants, also known as nursing assistants or nursing auxiliaries, would assist other healthcare professionals to provide care to patients in hospitals. It could be in a hospital, in a nursing home, in a patient's home. It could be in a mental health facility. It could be in the communities. So healthcare assistants can work in a variety of settings, in different settings. they would work, healthcare assistants would work under the supervision of, a qualified healthcare professional, and would provide hands-on or first-hand care, comfort, and safety to patients. So that's basically, who healthcare assistants are, but we're going to look at some of their roles as well. Now, what are the roles and responsibilities of healthcare assistants in the United Kingdom? So again, depending on where you work, your role might vary. So as I said in the last slide, you can work in hospitals, care homes, nursing homes, mental health facilities, or even in the homes of patients themselves. So what your role or responsibility would depend on where you work. So you could work alongside midwives as well, even in the maternity. It could be in the GP surgery and in different areas. So for example, if you were in the GP surgery, that's the general practitioner surgery, that's basically in the community. You could work around things like sterilizing equipment, do health checks, restore consulting rooms, process lab samples, take blood samples, do health promotions, even health education, different things. That's what you could basically be doing. If you are in a hospital, for example, you could be serving meals, supporting patients, who are not able to feed, manage for themselves, help patients to mobilize, things around personal care and hygiene, like toileting, bed making, talking to patients, you're just creating that comfortable environment. If you are trained, because not every healthcare assistant would be able to do like observations, say temperature, pulse, respirations and things like that. If you're trained to do so, then you'll be allowed to do these things as well. So again, it depends on where you are. For example, if you were in a mental health, say facility, you would probably look after patients with mental health issues, patients who are terminally ill or suffer from things like dementia. Just to say, I actually added this there, because a lot of people have been asking questions around this. Yes, you need to be prepared. You need to, be strong, because you have different range of patients. If you're working, for example, whatever area you are, for example, in a palliative care, or you're looking after patients who are end of life, basically, you need to be able to be empathetic, have that compassion, soft-spoken, very patient. If you are working with patients who have got dementia, for example, they need more time. You need to speak in a much more maybe slower tone. Be patient with them, give them time to process what you're trying to explain to them. So it needs you to be prepared for such roles. So again, it depends on where you are working actually. Okay, so let's dive straight into the document. So document number 1, I really don't intend for this video to be long, so I'm really going to try to make it as short as possible. If you have any questions or comments, please do drop them down in the comment section and I will see and respond to you. So document number 1, you must make sure you have a valid passport. Of course, if you're planning, to relocate and work in the UK as a healthcare assistant, then definitely you need this. Your employer needs to see this. You need this as well to apply for your visa. So definitely need a valid passport. And please do make sure your passport has got at least I would say more than 6 months before expiry, because if it's anything less than 6 months, Home Office will not be able to grant you a visa with that passport. So 2 is UKVIALS, and you can either do the UKVIALS General or the UKVIALS Academic. Now, again, a lot of people are a bit confused as to what IELTS do I take? Is it just the normal IELTS academic, or am I going to do UKVIALS? So you need to do as far as this program is concerned, if you are planning to relocate to the UK or to look for employers, who are basically recruiting healthcare assistants from abroad, then you need to do the UKVILs, or the UKVI, the UKVI General, or the UKVI Academic. And what's your band score? All you need is a score of 0.5. Easy PT, isn't it? So you need a score of 4.5 only, for your certificate. So that's not a very challenging one. If you intend, so I'm just going to talk about the difference between the two, because some people equally would want to know, what's the need for IELTS General, or what's the need for IELTS Academic. So if you intend to use this certificate for anything educational, for example, you intend to apply for schools, whatever PhD, postgraduate or BSc or diploma, whatever programs you'd like to apply for, then you could do UKVILs Academic, because this can help you to use the same certificate to apply for your schools. However, if it's just a matter of following this HCA route, then you could just simply do your UKVI IELTS General. However, if you are going to use the UKVI IELTS Academic for any school purposes, please make sure you, or educational purposes, make sure you look out for what score is required for that particular school, because different schools have got different band score requirements. Some may need 6.57. So please, you need to make sure that you know what your school requires. And remember, this certificate would last for 2 years, and after 2 years, it's no longer valid. So if you're applying to use it, then you should be, or if you're planning to use this, then you should make sure you use this within 2 years. If not, of course, it's going to be expired after 2 years. So I do hope this clarifies some of the confusion between UKVI IELTS General and UKVI IELTS Academic. If you are a nurse following the nursing route, please, you would have to do the normal, regular IELTS Academic. You have to do the regular IELTS Academic if you're following the nursing route. That's a completely different route from the HCA route. So I hope the difference is clear enough, and I wish you luck as you prepare to take your IELTS. Okay, so what else do we need? So document number 3 is the care certificate. So you need to get the care certificate, and this can be obtained online. Just going to need to get the care certificate. People as well are really concerned, how do I get this? So it's basically online. It's made up of very short courses or modules, about 15 of them, which you have to do. In the next slide, I will show you the courses that you will need to do in order to get all the requirements for the care certificate. So you can take this online. I will be showing us some links. At the moment, we've got some training institutions here who offer those courses, and some of them are actually on a promotion. So it's a good time for you to grab this now. And once you do this, it stays for life. If you eventually get to the UK, then your employer will be able to offer that particular training again, just for you to renew. But once you've done it now, before you apply for your visa and you look out for employers, then that's just fine. So I'll go back to sharing my screen. So there. These are some of the things you will need to do as far as those short modules are concerned. Understanding your role. So this will teach you about the role of a healthcare assistant, your personal development as well. You're going to be looking around things around personal development, your duty of care. What are those roles and responsibilities? What is your duty of care as a healthcare assistant? Equality and diversity, which is quite a big thing in the UK, because UK is quite diverse with people from different backgrounds. And so you need to know how to deal with different people from different backgrounds, to work with them as a team, you know, accept them for who they are, accept their cultures. It's quite important. You need to work in a person-centered way. So you need to treat each individual as an individual, you know, and attain to their needs. So these are some of the things you will be looking into when you do the care, you know, you take the training in order for you to get the care certificate. Also, you look at things around communication, because communication is a big one as well. You know, you must be able to communicate effectively. And one of the reasons why they require you to, you know, have that UKVI IELTS to show that you are able to communicate in basic English. Privacy and dignity, again, is one of the things you would be doing. And communication, just going back to communication, aside from even being able to communicate in basic English, it's just, you know, for you to be able to communicate with those you'll be looking after, communicate with other members of your team. So communication is a big one. Privacy and dignity, you look at that. Fluid and nutrition, how to support patients, you know, with their feeding, nutrition wise, and all of that. Awareness of mental health, dementia, and learning disability. So this is one of the you know, short modules you will be doing just to prepare you, just in case you're working in an area where you're dealing with maybe with patients with mental health issues, or living with mental health issues, or, you know, living with dementia, then or learning disability. You know how to work with them and to meet their specific needs. Safeguarding adults and safeguarding children, depending on where you work. But this is quite important for everyone, because you need to know what it means to safeguard, you know, adult, or if a child is under safeguarding, you also need to understand that basic life support. You know, if you were working with one of your patients and they happen to have a heart attack or collapse in front of you, what would you do? So those basic things you would learn. Health and safety, handling information. You need to know that each patient's information, you know, must be handled with privacy and confidentiality. Infection prevention and control as well. So you need to learn things around infection prevention and control. You know, how to keep your environment safe and your patient safe as well. Okay, so continue with the breakdown of the care certificate. So you look around things around fire safety, dementia care, duty of care, information governance awareness, emergency first aid awareness, stress awareness, lone working. If you're working alone, how do you manage that? Coronavirus awareness and infection control. Of course, we know the times in which we live in, so learning about this is very important. So this is like a breakdown of the short little modules you would do in order for you to gain the care certificate. So I did say we have this company, the Healthier Business Group, currently offering, you know, discounts in their courses. They have about 60 courses plus. If I just stop my screen and I'll show you what it looks like, I'll share something else. So if I stop this, I'm not sure if you can see my screen, but if you can see my screen, then that's it. So you have the Healthier Business Group. So as you can see, it's £40. £40 in CFI should be about 30 something thousand. So you have up to, so well, it's 48, but once you do, you know, you purchase this, it gets back to £40. You have up to about 60 courses here, which you would do. And if you look at all of them, you would see the courses we've talked about. And there are lots more other ones which you need, like the COSH, conflict resolution, equality, diversity, fire safety, food hygiene, first aid. So you can see infection prevention control. So all the things you need for the care certificates are embedded in here. So I don't know when this ends, but if you're able to, you can see communication, safeguarding children, safeguarding adults, all there. So if you're able to grasp this now, then you will be in luck. Okay, so I'll stop sharing. I will stop sharing here. Lovely. Then we'll go back to our normal slides. So we also have read courses. So if you also look at read courses, you can follow the link. They're equally got some mandatory courses training for health and social care providers. So equally CPD accredited, and you can do that online. So look out for those. What else do you need? You need to get your COVID-19 certificate to show that you are fully vaccinated with a UK approved vaccine. And the UK approved vaccine, we have Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Moderna. So far as I know. So if you are intending to follow this program, then make sure you probably get one of these if you have not gotten one already. I don't really know if employers will accept other vaccines, because I've had a question with people saying, "Oh, what if I've had this other vaccine? What do I do?" Unfortunately, I can't say. That would purely depend on the employers and home office, but I know the requirement is you must have a UK approved vaccine. Number 5 on the list, you can take other short courses, around healthcare assistant roles, which will help to really boost your CV. And this is really key, especially for those with no healthcare background. So if you have no healthcare background, you can just look out for short courses online. Take them, it really helps you, prepares you for work here in the UK, and that would really boost your CV, which I think will be good if you intend to attract enough employers. 6, you need to get your TB certificate and obtainable from any international organization for immigration, that's IOM centers. I don't know where you are. If you're watching today, you just need to find out where this is in your country, and the UK would accept only TB certificates from this. If you're in Cameroon, for all Cameroonians, you can do this at the Jordan Medical Center, Longkak in Yaoundé. And think for adults it's about 68,400 francs, and for children about 30 something thousand francs basically. What else you need? Make sure you have an updated CV. So you need to do your care certificates if you've done any other short courses. If you are someone with a health background and you have your school certificate, your transcripts, and you've got references, maybe from hospitals you've worked in, brilliant, that's a plus for you. So make sure you put all of that on your CV, update your CV, have a very well updated CV, because your employers will need to see this. You equally need your certificates of non-conviction. I think in other places they call it police clearance, so you need to get that as well. And then what you need, so you need to start looking for employers. So if you've got all those basic things we've looked at, you need to start looking for employers as soon as you can. I'll stop sharing my screen for a while, then I'll talk about all of these 3 things. So if I go back and then stop sharing for a while. So yes, so if you have all those basic documents that we've looked at, start looking for employers. And how do you look for employers? You could just look out for employers recruiting international HCAs, especially those giving you a CV, giving you a certificate of sponsorship. And in my last video, I did say, make sure if you get an employer that your salary annually should be up to about £20,480 a year. That's one of the criteria for you to be able to get that visa. So make sure you look for employers that will offer you a salary around that range. So yes, start looking for employers. Equally, prepare yourself for interviews, because it's just not about getting an employer, but if you get an employer, you need to prepare yourself for an interview as well. So prepare yourself for an interview, and the courses you do would really help you and prepare you for that. And so if you have all of that and you do your interviews and you get your employer, then you will be able to get your certificate of sponsorship, which will be one of the last things you would need to apply for your visa, because you need that certificate of sponsorship. Okay, I think we've got 1 more 2 slides, so I'll share again. Okay, share again. So back to current slide. Okay, so this, because I've had a question about this, that's why I am, I dropped this here. So if you intend to travel, say with your dependents, what are your dependents? You have your children, your wife, your husband, those are your dependents. Sorry, wrong spelling there. So if you intend to travel with them, so what they'll need, TB certificate for both your partner, be it your wife or your husband, and your children, all of your children, a marriage certificate, non-conviction as well, that's for your partner. I think I missed out something there. Birth certificates for all your children. So if you intend to travel with them, to be honest, you need to be financially prepared if you are traveling with anyone, because you need to sponsor their accommodation, their feeding, their flights, their visa, and all of that. If you're financially prepared, then good for you. But if maybe you're not really stable at the moment, my advice will be come over, settle down, look at what you have around you, make a proper plan, and bring your family over. Bringing your family over is not a problem at all, if you're already here on the work visa. But like I said, if you're financially capable, then amazing, you can absolutely travel with your dependents. But then if not, then go the other way. Okay, so I do hope you have all enjoyed that information, and I hope it's helped. So drop any comment you have, ask any questions, and I'll respond to them. And for me to you, I say thank you. Councillor B's motivational space, like I said, is going live in February. So stay glued to the YouTube channel. You see Councillor B's motivational space, Facebook page, Councillor B's motivational space, and on Instagram, you would find Councillor B's motivational space. So I'll be looking out for you all as you continue to support the channel. Thank you very much. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen now. So stop share. There we are. So thank you all for being patient and for being here today. And my next video, I will be giving a detailed breakdown of how much you could possibly spend in terms of the cost for this entire program if you intend to take this journey. So watch out for the next video. And for me to you all, it's a bye-bye and see you next time.